Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you saw my Japan vlog, you'll know I did some tech shopping in Akihabara. I picked up 2 of Artisan's highly sought after mousepads there, and I finally have the time to try them out and make this video. For some background on Artisan, they're a Japanese company well known for their premium quality mousepads. These pads are designed with the highest performance metrics in mind and are well regarded as being the best in the world. Their decision to be made exclusively in Japan has made it difficult to acquire them internationally for many customers. But still, their reputation in the mousepad space has gained them a large following of loyal customers who are after the absolute best enthusiast-grade equipment. Needless to say, while on vacation in Japan, I had to seize the opportunity to purchase some for myself. The pads in specific that I bought were the Model 0 and Raiden. The Zero is their most popular choice, and it's kind of the default character of their mousepad lineup. The Raiden, on the other hand, is their fastest mousepad, so I wanted to experience what it's like to push the absolute limits. And really quickly, if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing for more tech and peripheral related content. Taking a closer look at the popular choice, the Model 0 gave me quite the first impression. The pads are sold flat to prevent them from being damaged by being rolled up. This is their orange color, and I think it looks nice. This Zero is from their FX series, so there's stitching all the way around to protect the edges, and the bottom has a grippy rubber material. The actual surface texture was rougher than I was expecting, and it's a little thicker too. But I have to say, the pad is very well made, and I was impressed. My first impression of the Raiden was also positive. This color is coffee brown, but to me it just looks black with a slight bronze glow. It's more of an extremely dark shade of gray than black. Because this Raiden is part of the Classic series, the sides are not stitched like my other pad. That could lead to some durability issues down the line, but I'm not going to worry about that for now. And the bottom also has a grippy rubber as well. The mouse I'm using to test these pads is the extremely popular and well-known Logitech G Pro X Superlight 2. I made a first impressions video on this mouse a while ago, and I've enjoyed using it ever since. I have some aftermarket white grips and PTFE dot mouse gates on the bottom. I was planning on making some other modifications to this mouse in the future, which is why I left the screw holes exposed. I haven't gotten around to it yet obviously, but it's still a project I intend on doing. But anyways, let's boot up some games and see how these mouse pads perform. AimLabs is probably the best game to test out new mouse equipment. Admittedly, I'm a casual gamer when it comes to anything first person, but aim training is all about mouse movement, so I can get a good idea of my pad's performance. On the Zero, my mouse was gliding well while still maintaining control and stopping ability. With extended use, the actual texture of the pad was getting a little uncomfortable for me. This is due to my mouse grip, which is a fingertip style. Parts of my thumb, pinky, and wrist touch the surface of the pad as I use it, and the consistent rubbing with this specific pad's texture can be a bit uncomfortable. So if you also like to rest parts of your hand on your mousepad, do keep this in mind. As another test, I decided to play the game I'm most familiar with, which is League of Legends. In this game, I use a high sensitivity and don't use my wrist to aim. So the issue of my skin rubbing against the pad was pretty non-existent. For me, I was actually underwhelmed by the whole experience. But keep in mind, this is just my opinion. Don't get me wrong, the pad does feel good to use, but it's not like it completely improved my gameplay or anything. I think I was expecting too much from it because reviews online really love this pad. For clarification, I'm not saying it's bad by any means, but that you should only expect so much from it. I think it's most suitable for FPS games, so keep that in mind if you're thinking about purchasing one. Taking the Raiden into AimLabs, this is when I was truly blown away. Mouse movement is effortless and fast, and the texture is so smooth compared to the Zero and vastly more comfortable. My skin rubbing against this pad wasn't an issue, and I felt ready to use it for an extended period of time. Of the two, the Raiden instantly became my favorite and made playing games a lot of fun. I saw other reviewers claim that the smoothness of this pad is only comparable to glass mousepads. I can't make that claim because I haven't used a glass mousepad myself, but it is by far the fastest and smoothest pad I have ever used. and the comfort continued into my League game. Again, a change in mousepad isn't going to improve your gameplay, but it was fun to use. The glide is actually effortless, and it didn't feel detrimental to my accuracy. Coming into this comparison, I thought I would like the Zero better based on reviewer sentiment. But to me, I really felt like the Raiden is my favorite pad that I've ever used. And that really comes down to it being comfortable and subjectively fun for me. I think that it was important for me to try both to get a spectrum of what Artisan has to offer. And these aren't their only mousepad models. They have other ones that have their own individual feel and benefits. But for me, I'm super happy with the Raiden and will probably be using it for a long time. I would say that these Artisan mousepads are life-changing, but really, how life-changing can a mousepad be? Is a new mousepad going to make you a better gamer? No. Did it make me a better gamer? Yes, but that's besides the point. When you purchase an Artisan mousepad, you're purchasing it for their reputation of delivering enthusiast-grade products. You're not really going to get the best deal when it comes to cost and performance. And of course, everyone is different. What I like is probably different from what you like. So it's important to do your own experimentation to find a pad that works best for you and for a budget that works for you. And if you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe to help support the channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video.